This is the Middle of Nowhere Gaming Podcast.
Welcome into episode 39 of the Middle of Nowhere Gaming Podcast. Today I am joined by Myles.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hey guys.
Or as we like to call Myles, Mikes.
Okay.
He can't type his name. Okay, so yeah, good times. We're at 39. That's 11 episodes from 50. Okay, so like this is kind of funny. I was listening to episode 1 for some reason. Don't ask me why. But I was listening to episode 1 over the weekend, and I was like, oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad compared to what we do now as the podcast. So yeah, it's crazy to think that we're 39 episodes in after having such a horrible start and not thinking we were going to make it past like 5. So,
and here I am, only feeling like it's been 3.
Yeah, you're new still, so it's okay. Both you guys are. Which is probably...
This is my first time.
Oh yeah, it's your first time on the MONG podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not first time on the podcast because you've been on QuickTime Event once.
Yes.
Correct? Okay, cool. Glad I got that straight. We really do, like I say this all the time now, we need a wiki page or whatever so we can know who was on every episode and what the topics were and stuff. That'd be a great idea. Somebody should do that. One of our awesome fans. Come on, guys. Dennis, maybe. Evan, maybe. Come on, guys. One of the big fans. Okay, so anything exciting happening to you this week that you guys want to mention? Gaming-wise, anything cool?
Oh, I got into the EverQuest Landmark beta, and it's amazing. I can't, it's like Minecraft, but everything that I wanted Minecraft to be.
EverQuest Landmark?
EverQuest Landmark. It's their new upcoming MMO. They're kind of developing it along with EverQuest Next side by side.
Yeah, I knew about Next. I'd never heard of Landmark, so...
Yeah, Landmark is a weird, sandbox MMO, and it's fantastic so far.
Interesting. Go on.
I was just going to say that actually sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Huh. Well, yeah, that's
Well,
interesting. I didn't know about it. I'll have to look up a little bit about it. I haven't played EverQuest since EverQuest. Oh God, the original EverQuest back in the early 2000s. One of my buddies had it on his computer when he had high speed internet and we had dial up, and we were like, oh my God, this game is so cool. You can play with other people and you can make your own characters and stuff. So that was really cool. It's been a good 14 years since I've played it or something.
I don't think I've ever played one, so you're doing better than I am.
You've never played an EverQuest game?
Nope.
Oh my God, you need to play one. There's
do you want to buy it for me? Because if not, then I'm still not going to.
They're free to play.
Oh. Well,
Yes,
damn
you
it.
have excuse.
There goes my defense.
Lou is telling me that I should play with this one game the other day. I can't say it out loud right now, but I was like, oh yeah, totally, if you can get me a code. And he's like, well, we do have a shared account that you could play it on Steam. And I was like, oh, well, I'm too busy for that. I guess I didn't expect him to say that. Oh, speaking of Lou, actually, he's not joining us today, if you haven't noticed already. What did he say he was doing again? Why couldn't he make it on the podcast?
He is fighting bears.
Oh, yeah, he's fighting bears. Why, though? I don't...
Because Vladimir Putin invited him personally?
Okay, we'll go with that. He's at a circus fighting bears.
Oh, okay.
That's
Believable.
Yes,
That makes total sense now.
He's using his pet dragon to fight them, actually.
Still believable.
Yeah, not a whole lot's exciting gaming for me. I guess I'm going to be playing Valiant Hearts tomorrow on Wednesday or whatever, so that's exciting. And I started Mirror's Edge. Have you guys played Mirror's Edge?
Slightly.
I started it over the weekend, and it is one of the most frustrating games I've ever played.
Is that the parkour one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet.
It is so frustrating. Like, one button click wrong when you're trying to wall jump or wall run or jump over something and you're being chased by people with guns and helicopters with shooting machine guns and stuff, and you're dead. And, like, the checkpoint system is horrible. So, like, if you die, you sometimes have to start, like, 2 or 3 minutes back. And, like, that's not just 2 or 3 minutes back of just running. That's 2 or 3 minutes back of, like, parkouring up walls and jumping over buildings, all these different crazy things that you have to do perfectly again to get that far.
Now, just remember, Courtney, the key to the game is you just gotta have faith.
I see what you did there.
I know, it was horrible.
And
I own it.
I'd have faith. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I like the tattoo.
I didn't realize that game had such a following until E3 when they announced Mirror's Edge 2.
Yeah.
And, like, the internet exploded. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize so many people liked it.
I actually think when they announced it at E3, there was actually a dude in the seats who actually had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack?
Yeah, he died. I'm lying right now.
Yeah,
But
you were
I was like, what?
What? Holy shit.
How did I not hear about this? Oh, God. Yeah, I heard that they're making it less frustrating. DICE is, like, making an emphasis to make the entire game less frustrating than the first one. And I was like, I could tell why. But, yeah.
And there goes their whole fan base.
Yeah, I want to die. Okay. Myles, anything exciting for you?
I mean, I'm alive still, so there's that.
That is a good thing.
I got that going for me.
That's a proud thing. You should be very proud that you're alive. Okay, so move into the news from nowhere.
News.
From
Nowhere.
I was like, what are
I
you doing?
totally messed that up. Okay.
I had no
My bad.
No, okay. So, number one, Tales of Zestiria will launch worldwide during the same year. This was, okay, so when they first announced it back in December, they had said that it's announced for worldwide release. They didn't say an exact date. They didn't say that they were going to separate the two, US or the West and Japan. They didn't say anything like that. But they said worldwide release, which indicated to anybody who has a brain that they were going to be close to each other. That they're not saying, hey, worldwide release, we're releasing one this year and one 2 years from now. Like, that's not what worldwide release means. So, anyways, but everybody on the internet, especially those in the know from RPG websites, not trying to point anything out, RPG website, but they kept saying that Tales of Zestiria was going to come out in 2014 in Japan and sometime after that, 2015 or 2016 in the US. And I argued with them and I said, no, you're wrong. And he was like, no, I'm not. Blah, blah, blah. And so we had a little bit of bicker thing going on a few months ago. Anyway, so this past week, Dennis Lee, the global manager for the Tales series, announced on Bandai Namco Games YouTube channel that Tales of Zestiria will be released worldwide in the same year. He was asked if the Tales development team listens to fan requests, in which he responded that they do, in fact, and that one of the most requested things is that hurrying up the process of localization, or is that they wish that they would hurry up the process of localization. And that's when he responded that Zestiria will be released in the West during the same year as it will in Japan, which is what I've been saying since December and what the smart people will actually say, not the people who think they know. But so yeah, that's really good news. It was originally announced that it was going to be 2015, but they haven't said anything about 2015 since. So it's still hopeful that it's coming next year for both West and Japan. But if not, it'll be 2016 for both places, which I'm really excited because I'm a huge Tales fan.
Okay, so I have a question about the Tales series.
Yeah.
Is it like Final Fantasy where each iteration is like a new universe and they have nothing to do with one another?
It's exactly like it.
It is? Okay, cool. I had no idea.
It's exactly like Final Fantasy in the sense that they're all new universes, all new characters, but there are lingering aspects to each game. Like Chocobos for Final Fantasy. Or the fuck are they called?
Cactars.
Moogles.
Moogles, yes. And like Moogles. The same kind of thing happens in Tales with like their moves, what they're called. They're called arts, or they're called airs, and they switch back and forth between the games. And there are other little bitty things that linger in between each game, but it's always a new universe, always new characters.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Because I was wanting to get into the franchise, but I didn't know where to start or if I should start with like the very beginning, or if I could just jump in whenever I wanted to, or
You could definitely do it. It's a great series. It's like Final Fantasy in the sense that it uses magic and swords and guns and all that stuff. And that they have wild stories and stuff. But the difference is that the Tales series, it doesn't take itself as seriously as Final Fantasy does. Like, there are a lot more jokes and funniness and awkwardness and stuff like that in Tales, which it makes it, like, cute. It makes I adore the Tales series. It's one of my favorites ever. But I like the Final Fantasy series a lot, but I like the Tales series more.
I mean, one thing they have in common is that the people that give them subtitles are both kind of jerks. Duodecim and Zestiria.
And Vesperia and Exilia. It's like there's some weird...
Whatever the C one is.
The C one?
Isn't there one that's coming out soon that has a C in it?
For which series?
God, Tales, my bad.
The ones that are coming up next are Exilia 2 and Tales of Hearts and Tales of Zestiria.
Oh,
those are the three. But yeah. So, anyways, that's it's awesome. I'm playing, like I said on the other podcast, I think, that I'm playing Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World, and that's really exciting. I'm loving that game. But let's move on. So number 2 on the list.
Okay, number 2, Steam is currently having their annual summer sale, and that will be ending on June 30th, but every single day they're having brand new discounts, and these discounts are like huge, like 80-90% off of all the games not all the games, but on a lot of games on Steam. And another cool thing that you can do is every 8 hours, Steam is allowing the community to vote on 2 options, and then for those 8 hours, 4 of the games will be on sale. So I don't know. It's absolutely amazing what Steam is doing currently.
An example, last night for 8 hours, Gone Home was for sale for $3. Like,
for $3?
Yeah, $3 last night. I was like, holy freaking crap! Like, that is ridiculous. It's one of the best games of last year, and you could get it for $3.
Yeah, Steam's kind of crazy. They're just like, hey, we have this stuff and you want it and we don't really want it, so here it is for prices that would make you piss your pants.
Yeah. I if I was a Steam user, then I would have been all over that stuff, but like I have absolutely held myself back from getting into PC gaming and into Steam gaming because I know that I would waste way too much money on games that I will probably never get to.
Yeah, like
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Over the last few days, I think I bought like Fallout. I bought Fable for like $1. I bought Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition for like $3 or something ridiculous. Just these sales are insane.
That's ridiculous. Oh my god, I can't. I wish one of our editors, Ryan, mentioned that you could thank Steam for the awesome PSN sales and stuff that we've been getting lately, which is very true. I'm glad that Steam is leading the way to do stuff like this for other companies to start doing sales like this, because I love the PSN sales. Every single time they do a flash sale, I jump in and I grab something. Like I've grabbed PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale for $5. It's a fun game. It's a really fun game. It's it's not Super Smash Bros, but it's a fun game. And for $5,
that's a steal.
Yeah, you can get a lot of playtime out of that and a lot of trophies. And it's cross-buy, so it's like you can get it on your Vita also. So it's perfect.
I'm just gonna get this pro tip out for anyone who's listening to this and deciding to get something on the Steam sale. Normally, it's best to wait for a flash sale of this thing you want, because day sales are normally slightly worse than flash sales.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay. So, moving on. Number 3.
The next piece of news is that Outlast, which had formerly only been making PC and PlayStation 4 users just, completely soil themselves, is coming to Xbox One, and it's going to cost $20.
Well, it's out.
So,
now. It's out now, though.
Oh, God, I messed it up. Yeah, it's out now. And, if you're on Xbox One and you really just want to ruin a pair of underwear, just go ahead and try that out.
And I could second the ruining of the underwear. Game scared the shit out of me. I think I've told this once on the podcast before, but I started it back when it was originally released for PlayStation Plus. I don't know, I think that was February or March, and I literally got 5 minutes into the game where you creep up to the building, you climb into it, and you get into like that first hallway, and I was like, nope, cannot do this game.
Yeah. Like it took a friend and I like 30 minutes to get we got 30 minutes into it, and then we just stopped because it was like no, neither of us wanted to go through this.
Yeah, it took me drinking and with my girlfriend to be able to play through it, and streaming. We had to stream to have people supporting us. So like it took forever to finally finish that game, but I finally did, and the DLC. And it's a great game, really freaking scary, scariest game I've ever played, and it's way worse than any scary movie you'll ever see because you're actually experiencing it. You're like the person controlling everything.
God, that DLC is so hardcore. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I haven't played Outlast yet, so like, what's the premise? Like, what makes it so scary?
Well, the premise is the fact that you don't have a weapon. You're like a reporter, and you're going to this asylum. That's like something like there was a SOS or something came out of it. I don't even remember. And you're trying to go and figure out what was happening there. And you walk in, and all you have is a camcorder that has night vision. And you have to constantly change the batteries on it also because the night vision runs down the battery. And like I said, you don't have a weapon. And so you get into this building, or you get into the asylum, and you figure out that there are dead bodies everywhere. Like there are people that are brutally murdering each other in there. There's like psycho, like deformed people in there. And like, so the entire story the entire game is basically you running through the dark like hallways and rooms and locker rooms and stuff, and trying to get away from all of these fucking crazy people who are chasing you, and hiding in lockers and hiding under beds and hiding under TV stands and stuff like that, and trying to figure out what happened.
Oh my!
I just thought about this.
Yourself?
What, Mike?
Oh, sorry. And you have no way of defending yourself?
Absolutely no way. There's
oh my god.
Nothing you can do. All you can do is run. You can hide, and that's your best weapon is hiding.
Now, I just thought about this. It would be a horrible challenge, and I don't know who would be masochistic enough to go through it, but going through that game without using night vision once.
Oh, God. See, I think there's an achievement on the Xbox One version that, like, make it through the entire game without changing your batteries. Which basically means you'd have to go through a lot of hallways in the dark without ever putting up your night vision. Which, oh my god, I cannot imagine. Because I went through like 60 or 70 batteries in my playthrough. Like all the time was switching it out every new dark hallway because my battery was low. Or like there'd be a time where I'd walk into a room and my battery would fucking go out. It would die. And like my night vision would disappear, and then I would hear somebody move in the room, and I'd be like, oh fuck. It's horrible.
Ooh, and I just checked. Actually, Outlast is only $6.79 on Steam right now. So,
damn.
Yeah, if you want to save some money, go pick it up on Steam.
Yeah, there you go. The more you know.
Are you buying it right now?
I might be. Maybe.
Have a diaper prepared. Okay, so next on the news. Number 4, it's just listed as The Last of Us news.
Oh, shit.
According to Amazon France, The Last of Us Remastered will be getting a PlayStation 4 bundle. The listing states that the new PlayStation 4 bundle is scheduled to release on July 30th, or one day after The Last of Us Remastered launches by itself on PlayStation 4. And then also, everybody who pre-ordered The Last of Us Remastered on PlayStation Network for the full $60 price will now get a $10 refund within the next week because they dropped the price to $50. So there was a lot of complaints about this over the weekend that, oh, Sony sucks, they're not giving us our $10 back and all that bullshit. But I mean, don't pre-order digitally 6 months in advance. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's stupid. But anyways, so how do you guys feel about the bundle, if that's true?
Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I feel like it's a great game to package with the PS4.
it's the system seller for PlayStation 3. And when you think about that, a lot of people bought, or a lot of people who were on Xbox 360 during the last generation missed out on The Last of Us and wanted to play it even though it was a PlayStation exclusive. And so if they bought into PlayStation 4 this time, or if they were wanting to, this would be a great bundle to jump in on. So
Exactly. What honestly boggles me more is Amazon France. Like, this isn't the first time that they leak something. They leak stuff all the time. Like, who is making these calls over there?
I have no
It's just
idea.
like, hey, this up, blah 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 blah. Like, somebody needs to be fired.
Yeah, but it's funny though that all their leaks though have been true. You know, like they have been on the money on several of them, and so it's likely that this is going to be true too.
Oh yeah, and the box art and it looks so official. It has to be true.
I hope it comes out because, like, I mean, I have a lot of friends who still want a PS4 who just haven't bought into it yet, and I think this would be a great opportunity too, because it's such a great game. Like, I'm going to keep pushing it. Like, The Last of Us is my favorite game ever. You have to play it.
And it comes with the DLC, so it's just it's a great deal.
And it's okay. I read a story today that they were saying that it's so remastered, like the graphics have changed so much that it looks like The Last of Us was originally developed for PS4 and it was just downgraded to put it on PS3.
So is it like Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs as of recently? What?
Do you mean like PC scandal?
Yeah. I was trying to make a sly jibe at Ubisoft and just kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I'm sorry.
I was not catching up with that one. I was like, huh?
Yeah, they disable like certain graphic features on the PC because they wanted to dumb it down for the PS3 version or something like that.
Something like that. I don't know what the exact details of why they did it, but they did it. So
yeah, I saw something about that Ubisoft actually commented on it, saying that they couldn't put that in there or something like that, or that wasn't one of the options or something, and that the person who broke into it would I don't even know. I don't remember what it was. I just remember seeing that Ubisoft said that, you know, that couldn't have been in the actual release, whatever option it was that they disabled to make it look pretty or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. So moving on.
Okay, number 5. One of oh god, I can't talk today. One of Gone Home's developers. Oh, this is gonna be a rough one. John Man Norhagen.
John Man.
Is that right?
I have no idea, but I would think it would be Janman or something.
Janman?
Maybe.
Sure,
I have
Janman
no
Norhagen
is
Nordhagen.
starting up a new development studio. His new studio will be called Dimbulb Games, which sounds like a play on words with his old studio, the Fulbright Company. God,
I love that.
That's fantastic. The announcement came via Twitter, where he eventually explained that the new studio will be set in San Francisco. Dimbulb Games, I can't say that. Oh god, that's such a great name. Now has an official website, though it contains no details on what he is planning for it.
I'm excited. I really liked Gone Home, and I like Steve Gaynor and the job they all did there. So it's interesting that he wants to leave and do his own thing. I wonder why.
Yeah, like I wonder what he's planning.
They only have 4 people at Fulbright Company. So it's like he's one of the 4 and he's leaving. So he must have something crazy he wants to do.
But I mean, if he can produce another game like Gone Home, do whatever you have to.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that we can get some sort of an interview with him soon. Maybe see if he has some, like maybe not like exact plans that he would tell us like of a release, but maybe some like ideas. Like, I kind of want to do this with the game, or kind of want to do that. Like that'd be cool to talk to him about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then maybe we'd figure out how to pronounce his name. that would be super.
I have no idea. That's so bizarre.
Before we talk to him, definitely.
Why are there 4 N's in it?
Yeah, he does. Okay. Moving on. Number 6. There are new Bloodborne story details that have been revealed in last week's weekly issue of Weekly Famitsu. I said weekly like 3 times in that sentence, which is a gaming magazine in Japan. It included a bunch of new story details. Let me pull up the website real quick and read off 1 or 2 of them, because there were a shitload of them, and I don't want to read off like the entire page. Okay, here we go. The game is set in 19th century under the reign of Victoria. The ancient city of Yarnam is positioned on the border of a huge valley. Although the townspeople have grown to be prejudiced due to the natives' belief of the gloomy town, there are an ancient and unique ways of medical learning in the city. Everyone knows that the dreadful endemic disease known as the beast disease, and also of a certain cursed area. Every night in the city, an event known as the Beast Hunt happens, where the town streets are full of the smell of beasts, blood, and most of all death. The mob of hunters who wander the city begin to look and act strangely all of a sudden and go into an uncontrolled frenzy. The frenzied men then grip onto their weapons whilst the light of the torches can be seen in their murky, melted pupils. And it goes on for another several paragraphs. It sounds really fucking cool.
Okay. It sounds like The Order. Like, isn't that basically the premise of both games?
Kind of does, yeah, in a sense. Except for The Order, I guess this is, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know the entire backstory, but The Order is like a millennia of a war. The Order is a long war, and then it's like a historical, alternate history story. While this kind of seems like it's set in a city or like a village set way out apart from somewhere else, like it doesn't have anything to do with actual history, while The Order does.
Okay.
But like the premise of the monsters and the disease kind of thing does kind of sound similar.
I mean, the monsters sound like zombies. Just saying.
The monsters sound like zombies.
Beast creatures. Like there's that dead dog in the fucking, or that dead looking dog in the trailer. That's looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, but like calling them beasts is like the same as calling things rage infected people. They act like zombies. They walk like zombies. They're kind of zombies.
Except I don't think they want to bite you. Depends on what zombies we're talking about. Are we talking about like 28 Days Later, or are we talking about like The Walking Dead?
I mean, don't they bite you in 28 Days Later too?
No, they do, yeah. But I'm saying that I don't think they do in this game. I think they're just like attacking you.
Oh well, yeah. I'm only saying they look like they're zombies, but
yeah.
Well, yep. Anyway.
Anyway, moving on.
So Mario Kart 8 will be getting some Mercedes DLC, and yes, I'm talking about the Mercedes-Benz, and it will be, of course, releasing in Mario Kart 8. The news comes from a post on the official Mario Kart Facebook page that was thought to be a rumor at first. The kart is based on GLA Class Coupe from Mercedes, and it will be released as a download this summer. The DLC has already been released in Japan, where it was made available free. However, there is no confirmation yet whether it'll be free in America as well, or what the exact release date is. So, it was that's an interesting thing. That's not something I would ever say I saw coming.
I mean, after playing Mario Kart 8 and seeing some of the different cars and stuff that they have in it, this doesn't surprise me. I mean, they have like sport bikes and dune buggies and like all kinds of different vehicles in this one. I don't know compared to the last few because I haven't played the last ones, but this one more than others, I can see them actually putting real cars in to just kind of marketing, you know?
It seems like such an odd pairing.
It does, yeah.
Especially
it's like go on.
Oh, especially for like a Mario game. Like Mercedes, I feel like it doesn't belong in a Mario game. Mario is like a caricature of who we are, but to put in a real object, I just find it weird.
We're gonna see a Lamborghini, a Dodge Viper, a Mustang. It's like
all
every
of this
fucking
sounds
company. I would be sporting that Viper. Yeah. Oh, good times. So yeah, if this is free, that'll be cool. I think it'll be cool to race every once in a while with a freaking Mercedes Benz. That'd be cool.
I wonder what the stats will be.
Probably the same as every other car because I think they're equal.
Oh, are they?
I think at least that's what I hear from the internet.
Well, I guess this is better than them like trying to toss like a famous person in, like, oh, guess who's joining it? Exhibit. He's gonna pimp your ride.
Exhibit in Mario Kart 8. $5 DLC.
Sure, why not?
Should be free. Better be free. Nobody be buying Exhibit.
Give his songs to make any jokes on.
Okay, so next on the news?
Yeah, next. Metro Redo finally has a release date. Deep Silver has announced that Metro will launch on August 26th in the US and August 29th in Europe for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Metro includes a remastered version of both Metro 2033, or not
2033.
Thank you, 2033, and Metro Last Light, as well as all the DLC content for both games. The games will be available separately as downloadable titles for $24.99 or together for $49.99. Both games include improved graphics, new gameplay elements, and new content.
I am pretty stoked for this. I'm a big Metro fan. I can't wait to replay them on PS4 with better graphics and everything. The better graphics thing, it's not going to be noticeable on Last Light because Last Light came out last year, so it's already prettier. But it's incredibly noticeable on 2033. Like I've seen the comparing screenshots. But my biggest issue with this is that it comes out on the 26th, and like I'm scheduled to review this game and Tales of Zestiria 2, and Tales of Zestiria 2 comes out on the 19th, and so it's like 7 days before, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, I have to beat a JRPG in a week? What?
Impossible.
I'm hoping
Good luck on that.
hoping I get a review code for one or the other ahead of time. Oh man.
I mean, crap. I'm just gonna say this, but the best thing I remember about Metro, I think it was Last Light, is every time I did a takedown on someone with a knife, just yell "Batman" to yourself, and you'll feel amazing every time.
I mean, so Metro I really liked for the backstory, the whole Germany versus Russia, World War, nukes went off, and now they're all hiding in the freaking metro, and like that's just really cool. That's what made the game special to me. And then the whole added almost Outlast like thing to it, where you had the freaking gas masks or whatever, and you had to keep changing them and stuff while you're above ground. You had to protect yourself, and like that was really cool. So
I hated that so much. I don't like sustaining systems where it's like food bars in old RPG games where it's like your warrior is getting hungry. I'm like, that takes me out of the game so badly.
My warrior's not getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Did you play what was it? Don't Starve?
Yes, I did.
Did you not like that?
I hated that so much. I mean, I liked the game. It was fun. But every time I saw my food bar getting low, and keep in mind the way I played once I got the pyromaniac chick, was I just burned the forest at night. So I just burn it and stand in the middle of it because I couldn't get hurt. So it was really annoying because I'm like, I don't want to have to worry about eating every 5 minutes. I guess for Don't Starve, it makes sense because that's like part of the main gameplay mechanic.
Yeah.
But for other games, it's just like, that's annoying. That's not necessary.
Fair enough. Mike, do you like those kind of games?
Like, I haven't played too many of them to really have an opinion on it, honestly.
Yeah. Did you guys try to play, what was it, Fallout on like the hardest difficulty or whatever, where you had to actually eat and drink water and stuff?
Nope.
No, I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, I think on the hardest difficulty, I don't remember what it was called, but on the hardest difficulty, you actually had to drink purified water and eat like clean food or whatever that you found in the environment and stuff like that to actually survive, or else you would die.
That sounds awful.
I believe that's the case.
That sounds horrible.
I mean, it's interesting. If somebody could implement it properly, I think it could be a really cool mechanic to have. Because, I mean, that's how it works in real life. But if you're starving within like a matter of 10 minutes, that could be annoying.
Hardcore mode, which you meant you had to keep hydrated, eat food, and sleep. You cannot fast travel, or you'll die because you're sick of dehydration or whatever. Damn, you had to sleep too? Oh my god.
See, no, I wouldn't play that. That's just too much already.
That's realistic post-apocalyptic.
And the point of playing video games is not being realistic.
Don't kill me.
Don't kill me.
I just want to live. Okay, moving on.
Okay, so there was a Resogun update that is being the, I guess, forerunner or whatever for the DLC that's coming. And the new update brings long-awaited feature to the game, which is local co-op. Also, players will be able to play in local co-op, of course. And there's also a new ship editor, a Hall of Fame, and new trophies. And I can personally say that the ship editor is very, very good. It's like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I think Lou made a MONG logo ship. He said that he's gonna share it with us so that we could all see it or whatever. I saw somebody made Mario like the 8-bit Mario or whatever as a ship.
Mm.
And I heard that the leaderboards now can show real names. So rather than seeing random PSN names or whatever, you can actually see their names.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool actually. Seeing who is actually the top leader instead of Boner Power 420, you could see that it's something like their actual name. So that's cool.
Now it's like, God, I've been playing for 10 hours. Did I finally get... No! Aaron McCauley! I'm gonna hunt you down, Aaron McCauley!
Facebook him. I hate you!
just Facebook one message. I'm coming for you.
Okay. So yeah, what were you gonna say about ship editor?
I mean, it's just like, it's really in-depth. It works on a cube system, of course, because, everything in the game is cubic if you actually look at it. But so it's kind of like, I guess the best comparison for it would be Minecrafty. So but you can get like they give you a really big area to build your ship in, and I mean, honestly, I was thinking about just like building a completely square ship. Oh God, I could make a Borg thing for any Star Trek fans. But
yeah, I was gonna say you can make the Starship Enterprise.
I could do that. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Like it gives you like free reign, and the possibilities are pretty endless.
I compare it to the Kingdom Hearts ship editor, the gummy ship. Like when I saw the first pictures of it or whatever, I was like, "Oh my God, I can make my gummy ship!" So that's what made me excited about it.
I never got far enough into Kingdom Hearts to know what that looks like.
And you said it was, oh man,
I didn't get far enough because I don't like it.
You lost even more points just now.
I don't care about points.
Well, okay, fine. Taking your real name off the leaderboard.
I'm not that high up.
You're gonna be Furious Milk.
Okay,
so next on the list, number 10. Apparently, The Witcher 3 documents have been leaked. And by leaked, I mean stolen and leaked. CD Projekt Red has experienced a security breach that has allowed extensive details about The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt to appear online. We're not going to spoil anything, not saying anything about what was actually leaked, but the contents were stuff about the story, questing, and even the ending. I have stayed as far away from this news as possible because The Witcher 3 is one of my most anticipated games, and I want nothing spoiled of it. Like I will kill whoever shows me anything. But anyway, CD Projekt Red, one of the representatives said, "It has come to our attention that because of the breach of our security systems, one of the production files of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt have emerged on the internet. A proportion of the files contains information about the story of the game, so we strongly advise against accessing them, as this may heavily impact and spoil your future gaming experience. We'd also like to reassure everyone that the disclosure of said documents does not affect the development cycle in any way." So that basically confirms that everything that was leaked is real. So if you see a spoiler, just don't look at it. Do not pay attention. I did hear... What?
Sorry.
Go on.
I was just going to say, if you're a Witcher fan, I just wouldn't go on the internet, or I wouldn't go on anything that has to do with The Witcher specifically.
Yep.
Because people are going to, not only will there be actual spoilers, but I'm pretty sure there are going to be douchebags out there who are going to be like, spoilers, this isn't actually a spoiler, I'm just being a jerk.
Yeah, well, the thing is to stay away from the comment section of any Witcher story, basically. True. Yeah, I mean, you could read normal stories, because I doubt... big publications will do any stories that actually have leaked content. Like they'll say that, there was content leaked, but they're not going to say, oh, well, this and this happens and that happens. They hold that to, precious to them, that they don't want to spoil it for anybody else.
Yeah, I'm talking more like places like Reddit. Unless the mods are all over it, then there will be jerks and non-jerks who are trying to be jerks.
For sure. I heard this isn't a spoiler, but the map size, like they said a year ago that like it was going to be 100 times bigger than Skyrim or something like that. And then they gave an example that it's if you're in a car driving the speed limit, it would take you an hour to drive from one end to the other. 60 miles an hour. Oh my! Like I can't even. Wow, it's huge.
That's
Can you
insane.
Can you imagine walking that distance? Like,
Oh god, yeah, you walk in that game. Oh no.
take you like a week. It's like holy fuck. Oh man. Okay. So next on the news.
The next thing is the Philip versus Nintendo dispute. Philip, who actually won that, I think that was back in 2012, they are now demanding that there will be a ban on Wii and Wii U consoles. And that includes, selling them and importing them. Because in 2012, they won a sue. Is that the right term for that? They won a sue. Anyway, a suit. Lawsuit. Thank you. They won a lawsuit against Nintendo because they said that Nintendo was using, how do they put it? The patents describe devices with a camera and a physical motion sensor working with a computer system and a pointing device. In this, the patent explains that the pointing device sends commands to the computer system that are input through hand gestures. So if this sounds remotely similar to something, it's the Wii U or it's the Wii remote. So that is kind of how they won that out. And I don't know. Like, I don't really care about the Wii and the Wii U, but that would be interesting to see if they actually succeeded in this and got them banned.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see this go forward. Who knows what's going to happen. I don't really have a whole lot to say on it, other than I'm curious to see how it shapes out or shapes up or whatever. Anything else?
I mean, I'll laugh if it happens.
Like, what would Nintendo do? Like,
no idea.
Yeah, I mean that would either mean that they pretty much turn into a strictly Asian company, or they, are like, well, I guess we're gonna have to stop with the gimmicks because they kind of, screwed us over this time.
Or they could start producing software for every other console.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I know, right?
Pokemon on PlayStation 4.
Oh, God.
Imagine graphics.
On Vita? Oh. Like, you know how awesome the freaking games are on 3DS? Just put those with the Vita graphics and... Oh, man, sorry. We're like...
There were Pokegasms around the world.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. We're having Pokegasms. Okay. So that wraps up the news section, or news portion of our podcast episode. Let's move into some listener questions. And by listener questions, I mean cleanup questions from last week. We had a shitload of them last week because we had basically a listener question episode. And there were several of them we didn't get to, so we can cover some of those now. Let's see.
This is it, folks. Give us questions next week, you jerks.
Yeah, we need lots of them next week, because we're probably going to run out of them now. Let's start with a good one from Jake. He asked, should trolling become a criminal offense?
Isn't it technically right now?
Explain.
Because I don't know if this is everywhere, but I know around here that they were talking about how internet bullying is essentially against the law now. So if that is true, I think trolling falls under that.
No. Bullying is something very different from trolling. Like, trolling is just like getting on the forums and like being an asshole.
Trolling,
like spoilers, blah 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 blah. But like bullying is like selecting one person and making that single person's life hell.
Here we go. I'm going to come up with a great example of a troll that I found 24 hours ago. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a troll post right here. It says, not going to buy the Master Chief Collection since it'll eventually go on Games for Gold. That is a troll post. That is somebody who goes onto an Xbox forum just to post something that is going to make everyone pissed off and be like, no, you're fucking stupid, and get a shitload of replies. Like, there's no way it's going on Games for Gold. That guy is out of his goddamn mind, and he posted that just to get attention. That's a troll post. That's not bullying in any way.
Yeah, I guess not.
But yeah,
Good job crushing my dreams, guys.
I think it should totally be a criminal offense. I fucking hate trolling. Trolling is stupid.
I mean,
you know now someone's gonna troll us just for this, right?
Well, they already do.
Yeah, true.
can't infringe on someone's right to free speech.
Yeah, that's true. But free speech can only go so far. Can't be a fucking idiot.
I think we would lose a lot of our population if that was a rule.
Well, I mean, the rule should actually be is that stupid people shouldn't reproduce. So,
Or how about just don't be an asshole?
yeah. There you go. That's a good one. Okay. So anyways, moving on. Another question. You guys want to pick one?
Ooh.
Go for it, Mike.
Okay, sure. This question is from Raphael.
Raphael.
Perhaps. Okay.
I have no idea.
Will Final Fantasy Type 0 eventually come to the Vita?
I have no idea what that is.
It was originally announced that it was going to be on Vita, PS4, and Xbox One, but that was a mistake. Okay, so I'm going to take the cop-out way. It's going to be on PS4, so therefore, remote play. You can play it on Vita.
But like, I don't understand why it's not coming on the Vita.
It was
Like,
originally a portable game, so you would think it would.
so it would make perfect sense, but it makes no sense for it to not come to the Vita.
What is it? I
It's
still don't know what it is.
it's a PSP game. It was a PSP Final Fantasy game, and it came out like 4 years ago. I think 2010, I believe. And it's a great game. I mean, people have been really excited and wanted it to come over to the US or the West for a long time, and everyone expected it would for Vita as an up-res thing, and that's what it is doing for PS4 and Xbox One. But for some reason, not Vita. Now there may have been some slip up in or some hiccup that they couldn't get over, or something like the development for it was going to take too long for PS4 and Xbox One, or it was going to be too difficult, that it was going to be too hard to also port it to Vita at the same time, or maybe they thought, remote play will take care of having to put it on Vita rather than us having to actually develop it for Vita and take extra time out of our development cycle. We could just do remote play to put it there or something like that. I have no idea why it's not.
I don't understand. And wasn't this game announced with Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 13 Versus?
Yes, it was originally announced as a Guido Type 0, I think.
Oh, that's right.
And then I think they split the two, and now there's a Guido and Type 0, and they're separate games. I think that's what it was. But yeah, it was originally announced in 2005, I believe, or it was 2005, I think, with the Final Fantasy 13, the what the fuck's the Crystallis or whatever?
Fabulo Crystal something.
Yeah, that series or whatever, which is basically the 13 series.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a complete missed opportunity on Square's behalf.
I agree. Honestly, put it out on the most consoles possible and make money out of it. That's what they should do. But like I said, it may be that it would have taken too much extra development time, and they didn't feel that there were enough Vitas to actually take the time and money to put it on Vita, and they wouldn't make the money back for it. So, who knows? Myles, you have a question?
I'm going to cheat right quick, but it'll be something we can answer really quickly.
Okay.
So from Johnny Muhammad, Beyond. Okay. What are your first impressions on the Destiny Alpha and the Hardline Beta?
Well, Johnny, you can go and listen to QuickTime Events, episode 4, and hear our full reaction, first impressions of both of them, because that's what that episode was. It was half Destiny Alpha, half Hardline Beta.
However, we can go ahead and give you a summarized review of what that is going to tell you. Destiny Alpha is like the godsend baby Jesus child, and Hardline Beta is that kid who just kind of sits in the corner and sucks on rocks all the time.
And cries and shits his pants.
Wait, do you guys actually know a kid who just sits in a corner and sucks on rocks?
No,
I just came up with the worst thing I could.
I was gonna say like yells and screams and doesn't shut up when they're in like Walmart or something. That kid. It's like, shut the fuck up.
That sounds like a kid who sits in the corners and sucks on rocks. So yeah, that kid.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, that's how Myles and I felt. Mike, did you get a chance to play either?
No, I didn't get to play either of them actually, and I really want to try out Destiny.
Ah, you missed out. Oh man,
I'm gonna wait until it actually comes out. That way I can just see it in all of its full glory.
yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm in love with it.
Also, if you want to know more about the Destiny Alpha, you can go and read Myles' editorial piece that he's had go up, or his editorial series that he's having go up. You want to explain a little bit about that again?
Done. Yeah, I'm pretty much just going through all the different aspects and different play modes of Destiny and giving a little, one article synopsis on each one, and then some extra stuff near the end. And that is a 10-part series that will be done on the end of this month, the 30th, and has been going for six articles now, I think.
I think so.
Something like that. No,
yeah,
it has six more.
You had... I don't even remember, sorry. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, because we're skipping weekends. That's why it makes mathematical sense. Yeah, so it's been going for 6, and it's great. You should read it. Give me views.
Good times. Okay, so another question.
Watch our YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah, our Let's Plays. We had Let's Play for the multiplayer section, the Crucible, and then also for the single-player portion, which was really fun. Both of them were. Okay, so another question from Dennis. He asked, what do you think this next generation will focus on the most? Last gen was heavy on multiplayer, and before that, co-op. Before that, it was heavy on single player. What do you think?
They're doing a swing back for co-op.
See, honestly, I think Dennis asked a question like this 2 weeks ago also. It was somebody who asked, like, there was a lot of co-op games at E3. Do you think that's where we're headed or something like that? I don't know. I don't remember if it was Dennis or not. But honestly, it's like that kind of stuff happens every year, where we get a lot of single-player games, or we get a lot of co-op games, or we get a lot of multiplayer games. And it just seems like it goes back and forth. And I don't think there's one generation focuses on anything more than another. I think every generation will have an incredible mix of everything. So,
yeah, Dennis, stop asking.
And I think that's extremely evident in the AAA games, where there will be a single-player experience, and then you'll also have the option of being able to play with other people.
Yeah.
So a lot of games are incorporating both single player, co-op, and multiplayer all simultaneously. And I think that's kind of the future that we're heading towards.
Well, it's like Destiny.
I mean,
Destiny's the seamless multiplayer entrance, which was also Watch Dogs was the same way. And I think a few more games have been announced as that same thing. And then Evolve, more games are coming out that are just multiplayer. Titanfall and Evolve, those games are only multiplayer. Well, I think I read that Evolve you could play single player, but it just plays like multiplayer.
Exactly. Or if you're the monster, that's kind of a single player experience.
Yeah, in a sense it is.
I'm the single player getting killed by the other 4 players.
Oh, I don't know. Anything else to say about it?
I mean, it just seems like most games should want to have a good balance between everything, because if you don't, then you're just cutting out parts of your audience, because some people really like multiplayer. Some people, Colin Moriarty, really only like single player. So, you just got to they have to be smart about it. So, no, I don't think we'll ever see a generation that's just like every game is only multiplayer, or every game is only co-op, or every game is only single, because that would be awful and bad for the market.
If anything, you saw that in the last generation where they felt that every game needed multiplayer to make sure that people would keep it and not sell it back. With tacking on multiplayer to Tomb Raider and stuff, and Uncharted, and it's just like, guys, come on, we literally don't need this. You could just give us, 2 or 3 hours more of the single player with all of that time and money you spent on the multiplayer, and we would be fine. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, and I think the newest fad that's kind of making its way into games is sharing your experience with other people. So that share button on the PS4, huge. Or Twitch. Twitch again is a huge thing that's kind of making its way into games nowadays.
I agree. Both Myles and myself have streamed probably more so in the past few months than we have ever in our entire lives.
Definitely.
Would you say that, Myles?
Yes.
Being as I'd never streamed before last November, ever since I got a PS4, I have streamed so much, or in comparison to what I had the previous 23 and a half years of my life.
Can the Xbox One stream to Twitch yet?
I think so. I think that was added.
It was? Okay. I wasn't sure.
I believe so. And I think now, I my memory's kind of fuzzy on all of this. I think now PlayStation's adding YouTube, and I think Xbox One already had it, but I'm not sure.
Yes, I believe so.
So that'll be cool. That'll be really, really big. But okay, so another question. Which one do you guys want to do from the last two?
Okay, here's another one from Jake. Has there ever been a game that made you cry? If so, which game? And will Valiant Hearts make you cry?
Has there ever been a game that made you cry? Yes, that's my answer to that. If so, which game? The Last of Us. That one made me cry. Let's see. I'm not sure any other games have. So
Really? Maybe I'm just like a huge crybaby, but like Kingdom Hearts. Oh
yeah, no,
eyes at the
yeah,
end of that.
the end of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, definitely.
That was. And
Um,
then Final Fantasy X, I cried at one point.
I didn't cry during 10, but I did during 13. I did at the end, the very end during that last cutscene. And during 13 too, I didn't cry, but at the end, I was pissed.
Oh yeah.
Did you play it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Like at the very, very end, at first, I'm not going to spoil anything. At the very end, when that first part of the end happens, and I'm just like, oh no! Like I started to like get sad or whatever, and then it, ends, just fucking ends. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, no! You can't do this to us! Oh, sorry. Miles, have you cried during a game?
I've never cried because I'm a real man. No, I have, but I think I put up mental
Resogun?
block. No, I didn't.
Those poor humans!
And they deserve it. They walk off the freaking edge. They deserve everything that happens. I just, for the life of me, I cannot remember what it is. So I'm pretty sure I've just put up mental blocks to protect myself from the pain.
Fair enough. That second part of the question was, or the third part, will Valiant Hearts make you cry? I have no doubt that it will. It's gonna. I mean, it
I don't know if I'll ever play it.
It depends on if I make a let's play out of it. If I make a let's play out of it, I probably won't cry, because it just, like the atmosphere around you changes when you're being recorded. Mm-hmm. But if I'm alone by myself playing in the dark like I normally do, I will probably cry.
Oh yeah, and the fact that it's based on true letters and these true experiences that real people had, that makes it so much more just like engrossing.
Yep, it's gonna be tragic. I'm really excited to play it. I love sad stories and stuff like that, so it's gonna be awesome. The final question from Jake, he asked, what's the worst and best story arc in a video game or video game series? That's a good question.
Well, that's really hard to answer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it so good. Damn. Story. Best and worst story arc. Let's see. Story arc.
Say the best story arc, I want to give it to BioShock Infinite. I think that probably had the best story arc of any game, if you consider it on the continuum of the BioShock franchise.
Yeah, that's true. No spoilers. That's so hard. I had a good one. Like, okay, are we talking story arc as in like the entire story in one game, or are we talking like a portion of a game?
Like, I guess it could be both. It depends.
Because like you could also consider a story arc, like say The Last of Us. Have we all played The Last of Us? Other than Myles hasn't, right?
I mean, I've seen it through.
Okay, so like you could technically count a story arc as like one of the seasons in The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. You know how different shit happens. Like that's a distinct part of the story. So like, as much as I hated, I would say probably from the end of like the winter story part of The Last of Us to the end of the game. Like that was one of the most incredible few hours of gameplay I've ever experienced. What happened at the end of the winter section to the very end.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. It was super powerful.
Yeah. That was where I was crying. So that was intense stuff. I was playing, like, I had played all day long, woke up early in the morning, and had been playing all day in the dark with my headphones on, and started from the beginning of the game and played to the end, basically. And by the end of the day, I was like an emotional wreck.
Oh yeah, that's like an emotional overload. That's way too much.
Yeah, and what's funny is that I played Bioshock Infinite the same way 2 days before that. So, like, that was the most roller coaster of a few days I've ever experienced in gaming. Like, I was crying, I was happy, I was laughing, like, all over the place. Oh, God. I was a mess. Oh. Now, worst story arc. Oh, sorry, were you gonna say something?
Well, I can't even really answer for either of them. But, like, I guess the best story arc recently that I experienced personally was in Minecraft, of all games.
What?
Minecraft.
Yeah, in Minecraft, I was playing and I met this dog, and in the PC version, you can charm animals and stuff. So I charmed him, and we had so many good adventures together, and then we were like at this chasm, like a chasm pretty much, and I was starting to mine, and I accidentally hit it, and it started attacking me, so I had to kill it. It was gonna kill me.
Oh no. I feel like Myles is really crying right now. Oh God. Oh. Okay. I got a good worst one. Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. Like, okay, so, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of the 13 series, which I know I'm an outlier from the rest of the Final Fantasy fans. I really love the 13 series. I loved the 13 story. 13.2 story was very interesting with the time travel and the dimension travel and stuff. But by the time I got to 13.3, the story was so crazy. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, can you do anything else to, like, turn us off from this wild and crazy story you're doing? Okay. I don't know.
How did you feel about the end of 13.3? Because I hated it with every fiber of my being.
I gotta remember what happened. Hold on.
Type it out.
Yeah, go ahead. I remember that she's the god, or the savior of the world. Oh, yeah, I remember the end. Okay. You hated that?
I hated it. It was stupid.
How did you hate that, though?
Because it was such a cop-out.
Dude, but I don't know. I think I've seen a few stories like that. Like, did you play Star Ocean: The Last Hope?
No.
Okay, did you watch Battlestar Galactica?
Yes.
Did you like the ending to that?
No, I was not okay with that.
See, that's exactly, because it's like the kind of same ending. It's a full circle kind of thing, in a sense.
Or so, like, have you seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They pulled
the first version.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like the first one as much as I like Brotherhood. So but I did enjoy
the first one is not existent.
The what?
The first one is non-existent.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It's an original story. It's not the actual story. But yeah, I don't know. I guess if you don't like that, you wouldn't like any of them. But I don't know. I really enjoyed the end. So. But yeah, okay. So any more best or worst arcs?
Oh, not off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't think of any more.
I can't think of any more either.
Okay, so that's it for all of our questions. That actually gets rid of all of the questions we've had over the past 2 weeks. So we need more. Send us more next week, guys, or send us more as soon as you're done listening to this. mong.podcast@gmail.com, or send us to us on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, and we'll go ahead and throw them on the outline for next week's episode. So as for game releases this week, PlayStation 3 has X-Blaze code Embryo.
What?
It's a visual novel, I think, which is set in the Blaze Blue or Blaz Blue series or something like that. I don't know.
Everything about that sounds bad except for the Blaze Blue part.
I don't even know. And then Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark, Grid Autosport, Atelier Rorona plus The Alchemists of Arland, Zen Pinball 2, Deadpool Pinball, and Valiant Hearts The Great War. PlayStation 4 has Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark, RBI Baseball 14, Resogun Heroes, and Valiant Hearts: The Great War. PlayStation Vita.
I got this.
Okay.
I'll take it off your hands, buddy. PlayStation Vita has Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma. I said that right. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
on Tuesday. X-Blaze Code. Yep, yeah, I'm proud of myself. X-Blaze Code Embryo, another one of those pretentious names, on Tuesday. Z-Run, also Tuesday. Oh, God, that was going to mess up. Atelier Rorona Plus, The Alchemist of Ireland, on Tuesday. And
that was great.
And Farming Simulator 14 also on Tuesday.
You wanted to do it because of the voices, right?
I was not planning that.
Spur of the moment thing. Oh, okay. So Xbox 360, huh?
Am I doing that again?
No, I'll take it. Fine. Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark, Grid Autosport, and Valiant Hearts: The Great War. On Xbox One, Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark. Do you see anything common here? It's on everything.
No.
It's everything. It's on everything. RBI Baseball 14 and Valiant Hearts: The Great War.
I'll take PC.
Oh. Let
PC.
Let Mike take
what?
one.
I wanted to do PC.
Oh, did you want one? I'm sorry.
He actually plays PC.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah. Back off. Okay.
You're bad, bitch.
You know what, let's do this. Take this outside.
See you in like 6 hours. Maybe more.
Fine.
Go on.
Oh, okay. So, for PC, we have Plants for Zombies Garden Warfare, Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark, Company of Heroes 2 The Western Front Armies, Valiant Hearts The Great War, Quest for Infamy? Infamy? No. How do you say that word?
Infamy, I think.
Is that Infamy? Okay.
So.
Don Bradman Cricket 14 and Sniper Elite 3.
Man, that Don Bradman Cricket 14.
I know.
That's going to be
game of the year, man.
Seller. That's a big one. Excited for that.
I didn't know that they made cricket games.
I didn't either. This may be the first.
Every cricket player out there is angry at us right now.
Snipe, yeah, like we probably have a whole lot of them listening. Sniper Elite is weird that it's coming out like a week before it is on the consoles. I wonder why that is. But yeah, so Wii U. You want to take this one? Or you'll take the 3DS. Okay, I know what you want to do. Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark and Shovel Knight on Wii U. 3DS. Myles, you want to take it?
Okay, yeah, I can take that one. Surprise, surprise, there is not a Transformers. I'm kidding, of course. Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark on Tuesday. Farming Simulator 14 on Tuesday. I can't do a voice for Shovel Knight. I got nothing for that. Shovel Knight also on... Oh, that's on Thursday. I can't read. And... let me make sure I got this right. Kokoro Line Defender on Thursday.
Yep. I have no idea what that is.
I don't either.
I
assume you defend lines.
Ah, there you go.
You defend lines.
Do not cross this line!
You crossed that one, but you won't cross this one.
You have to be over 9,000 to cross this one. Oh, sorry, I had to throw in a DBZ reference. I'm really excited for the new DBZ movie.
Wait, what?
It's so bad.
Battle of the Gods?
It's so bad.
What?
It's so bad.
Did you watch the subbed?
Yes, it's so bad.
Oh my god, I watched the trailer for the English version, and like there's like 2 or 3 trailers now, but the first one that came out was just Goku doing his Kame, like it was drug out for like 45 seconds for the trailer, and it was like goosebumps all over my arms. I was like, oh my god, oh my childhood.
Okay, wait, I will give it this one. This one is funny, but it's not good.
It's like the first story written by what's his face, the original creator.
It's not a story.
It's
okay. Wait. Important question. Important question. Is this one animated or is it another live action?
No, it's animated.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah, and it's gonna be in theaters for 3 days in August. Yeah, but it's already out in Japan and it's subbed, but now it's being dubbed and everything. And oh man, I'm stoked. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited now.
I'm a huge DBZ fan. So we just really nerded out on DBZ stuff there at the end. Sorry, guys. Sorry, listeners, unless you like DBZ. They actually have a new game coming out on PS4, and I'm really excited about that.
Their games are good. We could say that much.
The games are very fun.
Oh, there might be a new character in them too.
And the show's very fun too, or the show's very good. I love the show. But so yeah, that wraps up episode 39 of the Middle of Nowhere Gaming podcast. We changed up the schedule, which we didn't mention during either podcast this week. We are going to be recording and releasing our MONG podcast. We'll record it on Tuesdays and release it on Wednesdays like usual. But now the QuickTime event will only be once a week. Internal decision. We talked about it or whatever, and we decided we only have enough time and topics to do it once a week for a while, unless there's like a breaking news. So like if there's some big controversial story that comes out that week, we may do two episodes that week. But from now on, the regular schedule will be only once, and it'll be released on Fridays. So you can look for it on Fridays. Again, you can email us at mong.podcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just look up Mong Podcast or Middle of Nowhere Gaming. You can find us on YouTube and Tumblr and Instagram as well. And be sure and check out the website, middleofnowheregaming.com, for all of the latest editorials, news, previews, and reviews. Shit's getting real. We're about to actually bring in a new wave of writers. Kind of dropping that on you guys right now. Yeah, so we should have a new wave of writers come in within the next few weeks. So look for the output on the website to ramp up there for a little bit as we're bringing in new people and getting them adjusted and stuff. Pretty excited to add new faces to the team.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay!
But anyways, you can find us all on Twitter. You can find me at Osborne_2009. You can find Mike at
Bored in College.
Like,
I need to change that because it's really bad.
Okay, so it kind of mumbled a little bit. Is it boarding college or bored in college?
Bored in College.
There you go. Okay, I gotcha. And Myles, where can we find you?
Furious Milk.
Do you have any story for it?
Yeah, how did you come up with that?
I was just trying to come up with a good name I could go by, and that's Furious and Milk. Kind of, it just went together.
Were you drinking milk?
Nope. I don't even like to drink milk.
What? Oh, God. Frickin' Edward Elric. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all for listening. And Mong!
Mong.
Mong.
Mong?
Mong.
Mong?
Mong.
Mong, Mong, Mong. Mong,
Hold on.
Mong.
Dennis, I still love you.